Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. I am about to put my B6 TN, fill them up with some B6 size composition notebooks. Actually, these are notebooks that I've used in the past, and these two on the top are my current ones that are my newest ones rather. And so I was going to put my TN together, and so I just thought I'd come on here and quickly share, well, quickly as I can, my notebooks and how I use them and why I like the B6 composition notebook. So I'm going to put this away for now and roll these in here. So I really enjoy the composition notebooks as a whole. If you have not seen my morning page video, I use the standard, the regular size composition notebooks for my morning pages. I've been doing that for years. And I also like to use the B6 size. It's an inexpensive notebook, and it's really great for, I'll share some ideas on how I use them here, but you can use them for journaling as a, you can create a prayer, a war binder. You can create just a slew of ways to use them, and they're inexpensive. So also, if you want to test, I use this one as a test planning. When I watch a video and I see something that I really like, but I'm not sure if it's going to work for me, I will do it in my B6 composition notebook as a test. And then I most likely will find out that that will not work for my system. But that's okay, because, I had fun doing it. So these are unused on the left here. This is a Mead composition notebook. Again, this is B6 size, 7 inches by 5. And I got this one from, and I get my notebooks from various stores, but this one was from Target. If you did not see I used one and I cut it down to a B6 slim size. I did a video on that as my brain dump notebook, but I have a different one now because I found that for my brain dump, this Mead, it's really stiff. I'm not sure if you can hear that. It's really stiff. And then when I was writing in the very beginning, I just had a hard time, kind of, I don't know, for my brain dump, I just wanted something quick to open, and I wanted it to lay a little flatter. So that did not work for that. But for everything else, it works fine. And you'll find that, you have your likes and dislikes. But I also like college ruled. That is my favorite. And I will say that this Mead notebook, the sheets feel, I don't know, more, have more of a sheen to it, and they're smoother. This one I bought years ago from Michael's. It was like a 2-pack. I don't know. Started using it, 2017, April, but I put one scripture in it thinking I was going to use it as a war binder, and I did not. And this is a blank journal that I got from Walmart years ago. I thought it was pretty, and it's pretty design. This one is on cream paper, and I love the lines, and it's thin, and I may use it, I just have it there to use if I want to. These three I bought from the Dollar General. This one I just purchased. These two I just purchased this past week as I was camping with my family. It's pretty floral on both sides, and this is more of a cardstock, and it's really easier to lay flat and not fight. I don't have to wrestle with it to keep it open. Now, this one does not have a line, so if that, that's something to look for if you're interested in that, versus I believe, let me see if this one does. And this is a pretty blush. This is more like the plasticky feel. This one has a line. That either or doesn't bother me. So it's something to think about as, you're looking for a composition notebook for yourself. So this one I use as a journal, and it's, the way I journal, I mentioned it before, is I pour and I journal in a positive way where I'm honest with myself. I put it down on paper, but then I give it to the Lord. Stuff that just bothers me, I don't know, I tend to sometimes, you know, put things in my head, and it kind of, you know, think about it over and over and over and over. And so that's kind of, I have to put it down on paper, and then I use this notebook to pray and give it to the Lord. I like to separate it because if I'm done with this journal, I want to keep my prayers separate. And now this is a separate prayer journal than my faith journal that I use in the morning. This goes, you know, it coincides with this one. So if there's something that's bothering me, then I give it to the Lord in this one. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I wanted an extra notebook to use, and I had this one, and so I will find a reason to use a notebook. You know, and sometimes I consolidate notebooks. It depends on my mood. So I wanted, if I use one notebook for a lot of things, I tend to get bored with it. And so I like a variety. This one I use as a, this one here, let me bring you down just a little bit so you can, there you go. This one I use for a variety of things. The main thing I use this for, this started off as scripture journaling. The main thing I use this for is as a, I don't know how I want to call this, any planning that ideas or especially now that the new year's coming, I will start, this is probably why I'm bringing this out again, and I just thought about it now, but this is about the time that I bring it out every year, because I put these away and then I bring them back out. I set up my planner, my B6TN, and then I put it away. And this, so it's kind of like every year I do it, and I tend to do it, and I just didn't realize it till now. But when the new year's coming in and I want to start planning, even though I have my planning system, planning my goals, planning my, let me keep on going through here, sorry, planning, you know, just ideas. I just write stuff down, and a lot of my goals are the same for every year. Sometimes it's, you know, meal plan ideas. As I watch YouTube videos, if I see something that I think I may like, I don't go into my planner and add it. I do it here. So this is kind of a, you know, a planner sample notebook. This is, sometimes I, you know, draw just ideas of how I want to plan, and this is just the way I in my brain, this is how I see it. So this is I think this is Time Blocking by Matt Regland. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name, but I believe he just did a video on this. This is 3 years ago, I believe. I don't have a date on here, but I'm sure this is 2017. But he just did one today. This is, it's okay to use, but it doesn't work for me, because when I see this just overwhelms me, thinking I don't have that much time in a day. But I do accomplish a lot, but that chart just makes me feel that way. So I don't do that. If it works for you, you know, by all means use it. But I kind of know what works for me, and so I try to stick with that. Oh, I forget her name. I wish I remembered her name, but if I remember, I'll tag it. But again, so she was journaling, and she had a lot of color, and she was just free with her planning, and she was so encouraging that that's what I did. And so I just took a page and I said, okay, if I can journal anyway, and just, you know, put lines in it and just do whatever, use colored pens and markers, and this is what I came up with. So I love this quote. This is my life, my story, my book. I will no longer let anyone else write it, nor will I apologize for the edits I make. Steve Maraboli. That's something I drew just to practice. And then I've started and stopped doing this for many years, and I may do one time a year, but I was trying to, instead of a sticker, draw, but it didn't go far. And these are layouts. So sometimes I'll draw out layouts. These are morning flow, the evening flow, what I want to include in my planner. Back in, okay, this is 2018. So as I was prepping my 2018 self-care, my, you know, what I want to include in each journal that I have. I have done omni journals, or, you know, where you keep everything in one journal, and that did not last long for me. Although you complete them, I don't know, planners are the only thing that I probably complete every year consistently. Everything else is just, you know, for fun. These are 100 goals that, I don't know, I just started writing goals when, you know, what are my goals? And I did start a YouTube. I was reading this earlier, haven't looked at this in a while, in a long time. And yay, I started a YouTube channel. I do want to visit Italy, Denmark, Scotland, Ireland. I don't know. Thought that would be, and I did complete some other goals. So I just have to go through here and figure out which ones I did. And I have enough for 100. Why 100? I don't know. I just, I just did. This is Rebecca Hoot. I believe she's on here on YouTube under that name. And anyway, this is her girl. And so I just wanted to practice my drawing and goals. And I just use, you know, I believe these are Crayola Super Tips. And this is ideas for my faith war binder. I have a faith journal and then a war binder, and then, you know, what I want to include in each one. And that's how I, you know, write out things. It just makes sense to me. Spiritual goals, to-dos, and anyway, this is all that. And then this one is a podcast. I'm going to keep my podcast. This is more like faith notes for podcast that I had in the past. And I know I said I was going to keep all my faith notes in my B6 Slim Faith Journal. If you have not seen that, I have a playlist in my on my YouTube channel. But I was thinking today that once I am done with that book, I'm going to put it away. But my podcast notes, I like to go back and review the notes. So I thought I'd keep that in a separate notebook. So the order I'm going to keep it in is, because I like to write planning notes on a day-to-day basis, or even multiple times throughout the week. That will go first. My podcast will go second, and my journal, I don't write it in that much, so that will be third. And then if I write any prayers for that, it will go after that. So that's the order it will go in. And so let me bring you back out. So this leather, the woman that I ordered this from does no longer have an Etsy shop. I'm not even sure what the leather is called, but it's pretty sturdy. I just added some Target Dollar Spot, you know, stickers here. This was an A5, and I just cut it down to a B6 because I really didn't use, I don't really use an A5 that often. So back then so what I do is I just find the middle here, and then just take an elastic and then put it right through in the middle like that. So I start from the back, so the last book, and then go forward. So I would take the book in the back. That's just the way I do it. And I normally don't do this on camera, so I apologize if I'm fumbling through here. And that's my journal. And again, find the middle. And I'm probably butchering this paper. There we go. And then the last one here. Things are different when you're on camera. I feel like I'm going slow and I don't want to take up too much time here. But, okay. So that's that. And it looks, you know, it's flush on the spine and flushed. Close it up so you can see it. And that's the way I like it. Let's see if it doesn't stick out. It's just gotta position it. But anyway, it's how it's flushed. And then It's pretty sturdy, so this is the way I like it. Some other covers that I wanted to show you right quick was this Recollections. Actually, I wanted to show you this one first. This, I turned it into a TN. I poked holes in it and then I de-ringed it. I've done this, I did this about 3 years ago. But sometimes I like a cover with a snap closure. I don't know what it is. Sometimes I'm in the mood for, you know, something with a snap. So I will take these out and put them in here, and they fit perfectly. This is a Recollections binder. I have tons of these that I bought throughout the years. And here's another one. This is with a gunmetal silver or something like that, but I de-ringed it and I just put some paper there. I use this as a folio too. I could put my, you know, a B6 Stalogy will fit perfectly in there if you wanted to use it as a cover. I use that. I have one as my my B6 Faith Journal. Again, that's on my playlist if you want to find that. But it's in a pink Recollections cover. So what I'm going to do is poke some holes in here and add some elastic and turn it into a TN. And I have some other ones that I have that I'm going to do that too, just for variety. If you find a like a coupon, Michael's sometimes only have 20%, but sometimes they have a 40 or maybe a 50%. That's the time to go buy those binders. But this is another one that I only kept 2 composition notebooks because anymore it'll just be like this and it won't close correctly. But oops, I am so sorry. I bumped the camera there. That's, I had my journal and my prayer B6 together, composition notebooks in here. Again, this is from Walmart. This was the TN that was the back to school last year. I just took the elastic off, but this is one of my favorite covers. And then last but not least is my Carpe Diem TN. Actually, this is I cut it down, first of all, to fit a B6. And because it's a wide, it'll fit a B6 notebook in here. But this is a standard wide TN, and I got this idea from Monique Smith here on YouTube, and she also has an Instagram handle of Arisen You if you're interested in checking her out. She has an awesome YouTube video with lots of ideas how to use journals. But anyway, since I cut the top, I need to make some more holes here and make some elastics and put some elastics and make it into a TN, and then I can fit all these in here. And I have multiple Carpe Diem covers, and I believe I also have a Webster's that I did that too. And just to give, you know, variety and keep things interesting. Sometimes I get bored with notebooks, or sometimes I get bored with the covers. So just keeps it fun. But anyway, that's all I have. Hopefully that inspired you to, you know, give you some ideas on how to use a composition notebook. Again, those can be used. It's an inexpensive way, you know, to create a system in a TN. But that's all I have for today. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you have not, and click on that notification bell and you will be notified of future videos. Thank you again. Till next time.